Hi everybody and welcome to the weekly videos. Well, I've got a little bit of good news in that if you've been following my videos in the last few weeks, or maybe if you're part of Evolve Your Anxious Brain, you would have heard me talking about it, that Google had, when I had changed my address, because I have made the decision to do online hypnosis and to do a clinic 2 days in the Sunny Coast. Anyway, Google made a decision to just take away my business off Google, take away my 56 5-star reviews. And yeah, you know, it's almost like somebody rocking up at your door and saying, all right, you're evicted and you haven't done anything wrong. Except, you know, I mean, I know that your home is probably more important than a business, but for anyone out there who, you know, who knows, who has a business, you know how much energy, effort, and whatever it is, you know, you put in almost a part of your soul into it, yeah. Anyway, it's been a long, you know, kind of, 4 weeks of a hard slog where I just literally couldn't be found on Google. And it certainly has been a time where it's brought up lots of challenges and lots of my, work that I needed to work on. So I kept, I'm sharing this because I want to talk about how I did during it. So this might actually be useful for you if you have something, not that someone's necessarily going to take your Google reviews, but something what, something's left of field and you're like, whoa, okay. So what I did was I reached out for help to my friends. I'm usually not necessarily good at asking for help, great at giving it, not always good at asking for it. So that was a huge thing that came out of this, actually, to be vulnerable enough to say, listen, you know what, I'm having a really hard day or two and I'm using my tools, but I'm still like, I need a little bit of assistance. I need a bit of outside perspective. So that was huge. A massive shout out to those people who I contacted and who were really, really helpful. And if I didn't shout out to you, that's no big deal. I just chose a few people to call that I just needed a bit of perspective on. So that was one, being vulnerable to actually ask for help. Then the second part of it was, in the last week or so, first of all, I was very frustrated. I was grumpy. I think that's relatively reasonable. But I started looking at it going, all right, look, I know all of this, what I teach others. And I know that if I allow my vibration to go down, then, this is just not going to have necessarily good outcomes. So I started looking at what are the things I could be grateful for. So what are 3 things, even if you find 3 things that I could be grateful for that Google took away my business, at least temporarily. I didn't know if I was going to get it back. And, I have to be honest, it was like I had to really look through that bag. I had to search through that, it's like, whoa, okay, 3 things? Really? 3 things in there? And you know what there was? I did some really deep healing work in the last month. So that's something to be grateful for. As I said, I was able to, be vulnerable, and put my hand up and look for some help. And the other thing is, it has woken me up to realize that I should never, as we know, you never put all your eggs in one basket. And I just need to expand the other social media. I do a little bit on Instagram, but I've always thought I'm never going near TikTok or whatever, or I haven't really been doing anything very much on LinkedIn, but it made me realize that no, I need to spread the love per se. I need to get the message out there, to do what I want to do. I need to be on multiple platforms more. And so that, and so suddenly I had to change that. I had to hold that in my head and in my energy. This is what I'm grateful for. This is what I'm grateful for. This is what I'm grateful for. And doing lots of work on, doing Ho'oponopono, which is that I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Every time I thought about it, that was the first thing that the mantra would run through my head. And then yesterday, I was at the stage where I was like, all right, look, I actually need to do something even bigger than this. Now, everyone has their own beliefs. I don't know if the book is here. Yes, it is. Okay. So everyone have their own beliefs. Some people would think they won't believe this, and that's okay. But I got out my book, Archangels and Ascended Masters, and I literally was like, all right, guys, I need help. I believe that what I'm doing on the planet is useful. I've helped people improve their quality of lives. I've helped people, not make a transition. I've done lots of work, but I need some help. So I really kind of put it out there. I asked, I'm like, I need some divine intervention. I need something bigger than me because I'm doing all the things and it's Google, and when you're working against Google, I'm this size and Google's this size. Yeah, you get it. Anyway, I don't know if it got anything to do with it. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But what counts is that my reviews came back yesterday. So now I can get on with doing what I love doing most, which is writing programs, helping people get over anxiety. And yeah, just get on with life. So thank you for being there. Thank you for my support. Thank you for working with me. Thank you for giving me those reviews. Thank you for just being, whether I've worked with you or whether you just know me from watching my videos. somehow or other you are interconnected with me. If you watch these videos, you and I are somehow energetically connected, literally by just watching them. So I want to say I've got massive gratitude for that. And, you know, please keep watching. And if you or somebody you know has got anxiety, there are now a few options. There's the option of working with me one-on-one if you want, and you can do that either by being online with any part of Australia, actually any part of the world, or you can do it in a physical clinic if you live in the sunny coast. And then I've got my other two exciting products, which is I've got Evolve Your Anxious Brain, which is the anxiety program that you can actually do without ever having to actually physically sit down in front of me. These are the programs that I have worked with over the years that I know really get people out of that anxiety cycle. So that's now available. You literally can do this, and it is so much less expensive to actually do it this way. It's a monthly subscription, it's 14 days free, and it's got 30-day money-back guarantee. I mean, you don't have any risk. I've done all the work. Yeah, all you got to do is sign up and actually watch the videos and listen to the audios and just go on the journey. It is really that simple. And then I have, due to high demand, I have been working with teenagers, and I have created an Evolve Your Anxious Brain version of the program for teenagers, because their anxiety is very similar, but there are some slight changes as regards the programs they run that are more prominent with them than we do as adults. A simple example of that is teenagers have got a big habit of comparing themselves to others. It's self-comparison, yeah. And very often they will look at people who are doing super well, and then it really impacts their self-esteem. That happens less with adults. Teenagers have a massive concern about judgment. Yeah, adults do to an extent, but for teenagers it's much higher on the scale. And it's that whole sense of belongingness for teenagers. It's really, if somebody says something, it's taking it personal, but like to the power of 100 more than an adult. So there are two programs available. So I'm excited. Thank you for bearing with me. Appreciate your time watching the videos, and I will see you on the next video. If you're interested, whether you yourself are interested as regards the online anxiety program, or if you've got a teenager who's got anxiety and you want them to actually start getting their life back, the link is also in this email. See you then. Have a great week.